want to start doing this thing where I just start recording us as we go in.
Okay.
Not to mess with you, but Nick was like, start like just like
No,
record.
I remember.
What do you got going on the show there?
Just trying to get this 99 Ortiz before I play Jack.
Nice.
He'll have him, and we'll see.
Are you gonna wipe your poor nephew?
Nah, he's actually pretty good at this game.
I believe that.
Yeah, he might be. He's probably better than me. Not by a lot, but
enough, yeah. What up, Jack? If he listens. You'll probably definitely try to see him that Saturday.
yeah, I'd say bring him to a game, but probably not a good idea.
I mean, we can bring him, just somebody just needs to pick him up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a great idea. Dash Cuddy, connecting to audio. Connected to audio. Oh, well, look who it is.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. Welcome in. How are you guys excited about our predictions today?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
I punted one of my predictions on purpose, but it's worth it.
You what?
I punted one of my predictions on purpose.
You punted?
Yeah.
We playing football?
Yeah.
Where's my fucking headset? Talk again.
So you guys, this is what you guys get to see, before the podcast stuff that we're doing that, Nick's having audio issues. He can't hear us.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm the one who supposedly has all the issues.
For some reason, you were like wicked low.
It's funny because now, like during this portion, Morgan's not going to freeze. First thing he says during the actual podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna freeze.
What's up, Nick? Pull any sick cards today?
Yeah,
Nice.
there's some good ones.
Best one of the day.
Saw a cool little Ken Griffey Jr. stamp.
Ooh,
It
okay.
was like gold.
Who? I don't even know who that guy is.
My God.
Fuck you, man.
Fuck you, man.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I was talking with Morgan earlier during party chat, and I was thinking maybe this Sunday, either before or after we record the episode, we should start like planning like the hotel.
Yeah,
Get it all set so that way we're all good.
for sure.
All right.
Let
Cool.
there be light.
God said, "Let there be light," and my God, there was light.
And then
Super.
Left field.
By Castellanos. That'll be a home run. So, a week from tomorrow, I'll be probably on my way to meet the two-time.
Ooh.
That'll be sick.
I mean, whatever like comes out of it, hopefully it's good content. I'm hoping they let me bring Jack in so he can like record me. He's gonna be like my media person, hopefully. So he's gonna bring like his camera.
Are you allowed to do that?
We're just gonna try.
Wow.
Worst thing that happens is they say no, and it's just me in there, which is fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like a person you can email.
I tried to email, but I haven't really heard anything. And if he shows up in a t-shirt like same as mine, and I'm like, hey, it's like my camera guy, I'm trying to like have myself filmed here. I don't think one extra person's gonna be like, they'll be like, oh no.
It might.
It might.
I guess wouldn't the mentality be if we do that for you, we have to do it for everybody, and then all of a sudden instead of 200 people there, there's 400 people there.
that is the mentality. But if you ask nicely, you never know. The answer is always no unless you ask.
Or they kick
That's-
you both out and you get kicked out.
I don't think we'll
Get the fuck out of here.
I'll get kicked out. I'd be like, all right, well, I'll just go in by myself. Like, give me that camera. Give me that. Go and get it now. It's a 5-hour event, which is like super long.
That's crazy.
That's bananas, yeah.
Yeah, so I think there's like a
That's a work day.
It is. There's like a meet and greet. There's like a round table with like the directors of the game, like the devs and everything, which is sweet. You get to play the first like snapshot that they're putting out for the game, live in person, which I think is also awesome. So it'll be pretty cool. Pretty cool. But all right, boys, you guys ready to get into this?
I'm ready.
You guys both looking down at your phones. All right.
I'm just and shit.
Play the intro, Murph. I'm going to cut it there, then play the intro.
Nice.
Welcome into the State of Sports podcast. We have a new thing going where we're starting the episode off with us just kind of just sitting here shooting the shit. Mario was playing MLB The Show, and Nick had audio issues, so we are off to a hot start. Fellas, how we doing today?
I think you said it. It's fucking hot out.
It is. Yeah, it's so like muggy and gross up here.
The weather app literally just has a fire symbol.
Can't wait.
Like,
Can't wait to go to Atlanta in August. It's gonna be so much cooler.
Oh,
I mean, if it's not hot in hot Atlanta when I'm there, I'm leaving.
That's true,
it's actually not bad today. It's 84.
bro. I can't wait for the chicken and waffles.
Ooh.
Like, oh baby.
Can't wait.
All right.
Tomorrow it's supposed to be a high of 91.
It's not bad.
We're like going at 1:20 in the afternoon. So
It's gonna be 97 here on Saturday.
It's gonna be cool.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's cooler down here. I don't know.
There you go. Omission of why we missed last week. I'm taking full responsibility. I had Jack in town, aka John Smith, as Nick said, fucking guy in Mandor's voice. I was busy running around doing a bunch of shit, so I apologize. So I'm the reason the episode is late. It is not these two guys. I'm taking full responsibility. That being said, it kind of worked out well because it gave us a little more to talk to regarding MLB, and it was kind of a slow news week for other sports. We're doing our MLB second half predictions. I'm just gonna jump right into it. Do you guys want A or NL first? You pick.
Let's go AL. Let's go in
AL.
alphabetical order.
All right, let's go east to west.
Right.
AL East. I'm taking the Yankees, obviously.
Clean sweep.
I think we can rest assured the Yankees are winning the East.
Firm handshakes all around.
Yeah.
All right. AL Central. Let's go Morgan first. Morgan, who you got?
I still think the White Sox are going to pull it together and come out of that division.
Okay.
I mean,
Nick,
they're only three
Sorry.
back, so like they'll come out of it.
It's a tight division. It's definitely a race. Are you still taking your beloved Cleveland Guardians there, Stash?
Yeah, I'm going to keep with the Guardians. They're picking up the pace right now. They're on like a win streak of like 3 or something like that. So
Nice.
I think they're going to plow through to the end of the season. I actually had them as like for the second half of the season, have them making like a really nice push.
Nice. All right. Well, this is interesting. All three of us have a different one. I'm taking the Twins.
So Glad's just going. He's looking at the current standing and just like chalk.
Yep.
Taking all.
Yeah, who do you got for the West? The Astros?
Well, I mean, come on. AL West. I'll go first. I have the Houston Astros.
I mean, yeah, I would love to be that guy who's going to be like, the Mariners are going to do it, but they're not. It's going to be the Astros.
You don't believe in Julio?
It's the Astros.
It's going to be the Astros. Let's be honest. They're probably like the most well-run baseball team of the past decade. So
It's very impressive.
Hey guys, I'm not taking the Angels this year to make a second half push.
yeah, I wouldn't.
What?
Or the Nationals. I'm not doing it this year.
What happens if the Angels trade for Soto?
No.
Right now, the talk is the Mets.
I mean, I want to talk about him after we do our predictions because I think like easy with that shit.
Who knows? By the time we get to him, he might be fucking traded. So
That's true. All right, so we got 3 wild card teams in the AL. Nick, list your first wild card team. Doesn't have to be over, like obviously for us.
My first wild card team.
Give me one of the 3. Come on, give me something spicy.
All right, I'll do the Mariners for wild card.
Okay. I will pick a different one than you. I do have the Mariners in the wild card as well because I like Julio quite a bit. He reminds me of one of the favorite players of mine. Very cool. But I will take. I'm gonna have the Red Sox in there. I still think they somehow sneak in, maybe make a deadline move or two, and sneak in.
You want an insider tip? I think the Red Sox are going to have an absolute collapse the second half of the season.
That's great.
I told you guys that Boston was finishing last in this division at the start of the year. I said the Orioles were going to be better than you guys thought. I'm putting the Orioles in the playoffs. They're going to
love it, baby.
I love the team. There's so much young talent. It's new energy in the playoffs. I'm rooting for the Orioles.
Something special is happening in Baltimore.
That is true.
My other wild card team, I'll go with the Twins.
Okay. I already said my other one. I have the Mariners.
Yep.
Morgan, number 2 for you.
I think the Mariners will hang on and get in the playoffs as well.
All right. Last wild card team. I will go first. I have the Toronto Blue Jays. I still think Vladdy has a wagon.
He does. Confirmed.
Confirmed. Morgan, you go ahead.
For that third spot, I don't know.
Well, that's why we're here. People at home need to know.
I know. I'll go with between two of them. Nah, I'll go Tampa. They got pitching.
That fuck was so great, by the way. That was just a fuck.
McClanahan's
my Cy Young pick, so I'm gonna go with him, and they get in the playoffs.
No, we're already giving away award picks. Well, come on.
I'm sorry. What were the two I just gave you? I gave you the Twins and the Mariners.
Yep, Twins. Right.
Okay, then my other one will be the Rays.
Yeah, I think you guys are probably going to be way more correct than I will be.
What else is new?
I did beat you in gambling picks. So NFL season's coming around the corner, baby. We're almost back. I'm almost back, man. By the way, first thing I ever gambled on was NASCAR. Can I tell you how awesome watching a NASCAR race live gambling on it is? Incredible.
I mean, gambling on anything and watching the event, it just makes it better.
Never been more invested in my entire life in a NASCAR race. It was awesome. Also,
awesome.
Low key fun event to go to, dude. They let you. It's BYOB.
That's pretty sweet.
You bring in a cooler that's about like this big. You can bring in your own cooler, whatever you want in there, put it in there.
Is there a limit to the size cooler?
It's like it's not like a huge cooler, but like it's like a medium-sized cooler. Like I think like the backpack Yetis, you could bring those in.
Sick.
So it's like,
I mean, they know who's going to those races.
Americans, that's who's going to those.
We all know. Yeah.
By the way, there is nothing cooler at a sporting event than when fucking F-18s do a flyover. God, that shit is the fucking coolest.
Who was it that said that the tax dollars at work?
That was Joe Buck and Joy Aikman.
Joe Buck, yeah.
Bro, that shit, there was 5 of them flying over the stadium. I was like, red, white, blue, motherfucker. Let's go. That was awesome. All right, got a little off subject here. Let's go with the NL. Let's go west to east this time. I'm gonna go first. I'm taking the Dodgers.
Shocking. I'm also taking the Dodgers.
Oh, shocking.
It's hard to go against him.
I think Nick's probably taking the Dodgers. He's muted. Can we get a confirmed head shake for the Dodgers? No Dodgers. Are you going Giants? Are you going Padres?
No, we all know he's taking the Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks coming from last place.
Locked in. It's locked in.
I mean, he is a huge Rocky fan. He is a huge Rockies fan, so it's very possible.
But
I mean,
yeah, Jesus. Is this feels great not being on
does, yeah, Morgan, this is nice. You know what I mean? We can sit here, we can discuss sports.
What is a sport and what isn't a sport?
And now you're frozen. Jesus Christ. I'm the only fucking one here that's actually visible right now. Oh, Nick's visible, but I'm the only one that doesn't have
issues. You can hear
right
me though.
That's true.
Yes,
yeah, that whole conversation about what is sports and what isn't
Nick
sports.
Merckx, that guy is a fucking idiot.
He's the definition of just like a straight meathead.
Now, I'd say he's not. I wouldn't even insult meatheads. He's just a fucking retard.
Oh, come on. He's not that bad.
He literally called Tiger Woods not an athlete.
Dude, speaking of Tiger Woods, that video I sent you.
Yeah.
Did you check that out?
Which one?
The most recent video I sent you was the link. It was a TikTok link.
Oh no, I don't look at
TikTok. You 100% need to watch that.
I mean, well, we got a minute because I'm not having technical difficulties, so.
You are not having technical difficulties. This is great. This is just going to stay recording the whole time, by the way, which is going to be awesome.
Yo, fucking Tiger.
He's pulling a number from a chick in the crowd. It's so incredible. I was like, Tiger's back, baby. Yeah, that whole thing, like golf is 100% a sport. Like,
yeah.
which like blows my mind with like Nick Marks because it's like, oh, I played football and I wrestled, and it's like just like that mentality of like not playing other sports, like whether it's baseball or whatever. Be like baseball is not a sport; it's 100% a sport. So we're gonna sit here. Stash Cuddy is kind of doing his thing. We're gonna pause the recording. We'll take care of these technical difficulties. This is what happens, during a podcast. We will be right back. So just bear with us momentarily. Plays elevator music.
This SOS podcast break is sponsored by Mountain Dew, the nectar of the gods. Grab yourself a nice cold Mountain Dew.
This M&M SOS podcast is powered by Starbucks. Get your caffeine today. All right. Welcome back to this SOS podcast, sponsored by Stash Cuddy's Audio. It does cut in and out every once in a while, but we are back.
Yep.
All right.
Audio issues make me just want to have a nice, cold, crisp Bud Light.
Good, crisp, delicious Bud Light.
Yeah. Anyway, where do we leave off?
We are on the NL Central. Let's go with Morgan first.
Oh, we were still in the West, so we never got Nick's answer. We were.
Dodgers.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. NL Central.
Morgan.
We wrote down the Diamondbacks for you, by the way, Nick. You shook your head yes when we said
Fuck
Diamondbacks.
outta here. NL Central. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
Fuck. I'm going with the Cardinals.
It's the correct decision.
Morgan. You really think
the Reds? No, I'm fucking kidding. I'm taking the Cardinals.
All right. Does that pain you to say that?
Not as much as it would to take the Brewers. I just think they're such an overrated fucking team.
Fair enough. All right, NL East. Morgan, you first.
Well, I think the Mets are absolutely going to just collapse because that's what the Mets do. So I got to go with the Bravos.
Really? Running it back?
I think they'll win the division.
Right on.
Who you got?
I'm gonna stick with the Mets.
I'm going Braves as well. I think Mr. Acuna has an absolute burner of a second half here. I think when we see him live, if I put the over-under at 2.5 home runs, I take the over for 2 games. That's how hot I think he's going to be.
I'm also putting a lot of my faith in that potential news that Juan Soto's going to the Mets.
That's fair.
I think so.
I don't think they'll trade with him.
Within division, like
It says he wants to go there.
Not really his choice, but
I mean, hey man, we're in a player empowerment era, okay? Players go where they're going to go.
sure.
All right. 3 wild card teams. I'm just going to go first with my 3. I'm doing all 3. I got the Mets, Brewers, Padres.
Cool. I will do all 3 of mine then. I have the Mets, the Braves, and the Padres.
Don't you have the Mets winning the division?
I mean, I'm sorry. I have the Braves, the Brewers, and the Padres.
Got those B's mixed up in there. I got you.
Yeah, I did.
Morgan.
I mean, I'll put the Mets in there. I think they've got enough of a cushion now that they'll get in. I think the Brewers are going to choke. I'll take the Padres.
Shooter's going to choke.
And then I'm going to take the Marlins.
Love that.
I think Jazz comes back off the DL, gets hot. Their pitching staff's incredible down there. So, I mean.
I will say something about baseball. Baseball is getting cooler and cooler. Just a little bit to me every time. You got Jazz Chisholm. You got Ronald Acuna. You got Julio up in the Great Pacific Northwest now. I mean, it's getting cooler and cooler. I mean, you got Rafi in Boston. I mean, is there anything cooler than seeing some dude that has 2 little chipmunk cheeks just hitting absolute piss missiles? No.
While he's there.
But come on, man. Listen,
Just saying.
We all know the Red Sox are a poor franchise that can't afford star players.
Also, check this out.
Jazz.
Oh, Jazz.
Boom.
Rookie card?
Rookie card.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a good one.
very good. All right, let's do awards.
Boom.
I did MVP, Cy Young, rookie, AL manager. Is that all good?
That's fine.
Okay. AL MVP, I have Aaron Judge.
I think it's unanimous. It's Aaron Judge. It's his to lose for sure.
All rise. Also, I want to speak about Aaron Judge after two being like, I'm not coming back to the Yankees.
Yeah, he's winning MVP though.
Let's do NL MVP, and I want to hear from Morgan first.
I'm sticking with Polar Pete. He's leading the league in RBIs. He's got power. He's hitting.
So
for
you're
average.
sticking with Polar Pete, but yet you have the Mets collapse.
They're still gonna get in the playoffs.
Okay.
I have Paul Goldschmidt.
Goldie's not bad.
All right, so Nick went with Chalk.
Went with what?
Chalk. He's like Article's pick for MVP right now.
Well, he's
I'm having a huge second half surge from Acuna. I think the Braves want to weigh with the division. I think Acuna gets hot. And I don't care if I'm wrong with the pick. He's just so cool, and it gives me.
But has he even done enough in the first half to warrant an MVP season? I don't know.
Guy hits 30 bombs in the second half. Doesn't matter. Easy peasy.
Right.
All right. AL Cy Young winner. I will go first. I have Justin Verlander.
I also have Justin Verlander.
Firm
I
handshakes.
Shane McClanahan.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We're moving on very quickly. NL Cy Young. Nick, you go first.
NL Cy Young. I have Joe Musgrove.
Okay. I will go next because Morgan's clearly still thinking. I have one of the Marlins pitchers, Sandy Alcantara.
Sounds like you know his game real well.
That was gonna be my pick.
In your face.
So
You know
yeah, Sandy Alcantara. He's the best pitcher in the NL.
You know that article I read that said chalk for a Goldschmidt? I went chalk for the Cy Young. Easy peasy.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, Justin Verlander, the AL. I just refuse to give that award to Garrett Cole. Refuse.
AL Rookie of the Year.
Come on,
J-Rod.
Julio!
it's Julio. I think we all should have him. If you don't, you're fucking stupid.
I agree. NL Rookie of the Year.
Morgan,
I have no idea.
you have no idea.
In all honesty, I don't even know what rookies are in the NL.
So I don't know if he's going to qualify or not, but he's a rookie in my eyes. I'm going with O'Neal Cruz just for the cool factor.
Well, it might be a Ben Simmons thing where he's still eligible to win it next year, which would be dumb.
Hold on one second. I wrote it down and I fucking can't find it, and I don't want to just pick a new one.
No worries.
Give me 1 second.
We will sit here and we will bide our time.
Why can't I find it? Oh, there we go. All right. Mackenzie Gore. Mackenzie Gore is my NL Rookie of the Year.
Warren, you just want to copy his pick?
Sure, sounds great.
We're in it together.
This guy. All right. AL Manager of the Year. I have Mr. I almost got fired last year, Aaron Boone.
Okay. Why?
They have the best record in baseball.
That's not all that matters. Just kidding, it is, kind of.
Who do you have winning it?
I have Brandon Hyde of the Orioles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Morgan agrees.
I do. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna make the playoffs, he's definitely gonna get it.
Yeah.
NL Manager of the Year. I have the Braves manager, Brian Snicker.
I have Buck Showalter.
Firm rivalry there in the NL East. I see coming for you.
But I know Morgan has them collapsing, so.
Are you wearing a Mets hat to that game if you're going to be all Mets, Nick? You know what I mean? You got to win the division. You got Buck Showalter. I mean, down in Atlanta, we're going to be there.
I don't think so, because I want that World Series, that gold trimmed Atlanta Braves hat
in
their store.
in the stadium, doing the Wade Boggs challenge potentially. Are you kidding me?
The only way I'd get a Mets ad is if I found a nice pair of pit vipers to go with it.
I mean, those are pretty easy to get. I'd be a Sox fan. I might get a pair of pit vipers for this trip.
But I really want that gold trim Braves hat while I'm at the stadium because I think it looks badass.
Maybe I get some pit vipers just look like an absolute scumbag at this game.
Yeah.
Morgan.
So I'll take Dave Roberts. Just the steady consistency of the Dodgers and how dominant they are. That's
boo.
Great pick. All right, so we normally recap Nick's question / Mount Rushmore at the beginning of the episode. We're doing a mid-episode now since we have a new beginning to our episode. Stash, give us some answers for these people.
All right. I didn't know you were jumping to that right away. So
boom, jump there.
You're flopping all over the place.
Coming not prepared to our podcast.
I'm prepared. I just said, let me open the app for God's sake. All right. A lot of them were similar.
Yeah.
This is a pretty correct answer.
Obviously.
But anyway,
Ramirez, Ortiz.
Yeah. All right. Nick Arner,
Jacoby Ellsbury.
Nick Arner over rounding third. Ted Williams, Pedro Martinez, Carl Yastrzemski, and David Ortiz.
Osby clearly agrees in the background.
He does. We had Brian comment, Mo Vaughn, Nomar Garciaparra, Wade Boggs, and Clemens.
Love Mo Vaughn. Yeah, you're Brian.
We had another Ted Williams, Pedro Martinez, David Ortiz, also Jason Varitek.
Yeah.
I believe that was mine too. I think. But yeah. A lot of people, your mom actually, Matt, chimed in.
Yeah.
And she said Babe Ruth.
I mean,
just all foreheads.
Not wrong.
All Babe Ruth.
All Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right.
Good answers.
Let's get into our weekly wrap up / MLB All-Star Game wrap up because there's not much news besides that.
Yeah.
Minor league settlement of 185 million. You guys will have to clue me in on this, Morgan.
So yeah, the minors was suing MLB for not really paying their players and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit. I think they filed and they ended up getting 185 million. But then I just saw Rob Manfred comes out and says, "No, I stand by what we do with the minor league system." Like, it's a joke. Literally, it's bad.
I don't think they get paid more than like $20K a year.
Not really.
Which is
crazy. That's not in
there. Manfred's like, yeah, they do earn a living wage. Like, no, they don't.
People make more at McDonald's.
$20,000 a year is like less than a minimum wage a year salary.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, you can go work at the McDonald's down the street from me. They're hiring for $17 an hour. I bet you can make $20K in probably 5 months there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the dude who stands at the corner of Walmart with a fucking sign and a cup makes more than MLB minor league players.
I think you're probably right.
In a year.
It's bad, but that should help. And I don't know, a lot of the major league guys, when they get rehab assignments, they end up buying.
They take care of them.
All the food for the week. They pay for expenses. They pay for everything.
Like Scherzer.
I'd be an asshole.
I think Scherzer spent $7,500 on a spread and then got everybody on the team AirPods, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Chris Sale beat the shit out of a TV in Worcester and freaking bought a new TV and bought the entire.
I mean, he'll be back there in a couple weeks anyway. So
yeah, he will.
I fucking love Chris Sale. I love how he just went in there and just fucking annihilated.
You know what's fucking hilarious? He had a quote where he was like, "Oh, since it's a professional athlete, everybody made a big deal of it. But if it happened in a Verizon store, nobody would." Excuse you. If I saw someone fuck up a TV in the Verizon store, I would argue it would be way fucking funnier than somebody doing it in an MLB clubhouse.
Well, I mean, I would enjoy both situations if I was watching from a distance.
One dude is throwing a fit and he's a diva, and the other dude is legitimately throwing his fucking living down the drain.
Right.
One's reckless.
I love it.
Absolutely self-destructive.
Okay, I'm gonna try to go in chronological order of how this happened. So let's start with the home run derby, or before the home run derby.
Let's start to say about the home run derby
with Juan Soto turning down a 15-year, $440 million contract. The Nationals will now seek a trade for Juan Soto. you will get him for 3 postseasons if you trade for him this year before he's actually due to be paid. He's obviously one of the best players in baseball, one of the best young talents in baseball, one of the best talents that I probably would say I've seen in my lifetime. He's already a world champion. Guys walk rate on an 0-2 counts like 8%, which is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, that's gross.
So Nick and I got into a little Facebook. Would you say disagreement today?
No, I didn't disagree with anything you said.
Okay, all right.
I just think I think it's crazy when like nobody has to accept any money if they think they deserve more. I just think it's fucking bananas the amount of money these dudes make, and they're like, no, I want more. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, here's the thing. For me, I understand the pride of being like, I deserve the most annually. Like you want to reset the market. You want the market to be based off of you. Look at the quarterback market in the NFL with Kyler Murray getting paid today, $160 million guaranteed, and the guy has done absolutely nothing in the NFL playoffs. So, you want to reset the market. At least Soto's a world champion.
Yeah, I know, but like I had said it on Facebook and I'll say it here. Like at the end of the day, dude, these dudes aren't doing anything to warrant that much fucking money. Like,
but if that's what the market calls for, the market calls for that. If the owners are making that much money off the players, why can't they be paid just like, inflation rises? Why can't players get like higher? You know what I mean? It's just kind of the reality of where we are at.
I understand.
I would rather see
a
kid that comes from, I'm not talking about Juan. I don't overly know his background, but I would rather see a kid like that comes from like an inner city, not a lot of money, get paid a mega contract like this and have generational wealth for generations to go forward. I'd rather see that than some white owner that just keeps pocketing money and has a franchise like the friggin' Pittsburgh Pirates where he refuses to pay a decent payroll, puts out a shitty product, and still is worth over $1 billion franchise. I'd rather see the dude get paid than see that fucker get money. That's
in
my
his defense. Nobody good has ever played for the Pirates.
I don't know. That guy in the background of Morgan's is pretty good.
I said it specifically because of that.
Here's the issue with like all these owners and shit. Like, go look at the Reds. I don't know if Matt knows this or not, but Ken Griffey is their 8th highest paid player this year.
Sure it is. That's right.
And he hasn't played in 8 years.
It's been more than 8 years, dude.
It's been a decade.
It's been like
I think he hasn't played with them since 2008.
It's crazy.
14 years.
Like the refusal of these owners to pay players is crazy.
I think as an owner, especially in baseball, if you're not willing to spend the money to put out a competitive product, you should be forced to sell the team. Here's the thing. I would rather see somebody like Ballmer, who owns the Clippers, that's like, you want to know what? I'm going to spend every dime I can to have a competitive team out there. I don't give a shit he's the owner of Microsoft. At least he's trying to put out a competitive product, and he's not like these fucks like the Cincinnati Reds and Pittsburgh Pirates that are just fucking pocketing fans' money. And basically, the Cincinnati Reds GM basically told all the fans to go fuck themselves. We don't give a shit if we put out a shitty product because you're still going to come to the game because what the fuck else there is to do in Cincinnati?
I mean, look at the fucking Red Sox. So.
There you go. We're a poor franchise that charges, $200 a ticket. Eat shit, man.
Bro, you could pay Rafael Devers' salary by just one fan buying a fucking sausage, pepper, and onion.
100%. I hope Soto gets as much money as he deserves.
I'm pretty sure that sausage is $38.
I hope Soto gets over $500 million. I hope he does.
He probably will.
He's 23. Like
23.
It's insane.
Like you're gonna pay him when he turns 26 because it's 3 years. And I mean, 15 years at 30 million. I mean, you're paying essentially from 26 to 35. That's probably like still like a prime for a player, right?
No, when I was watching the All-Star game, they were obviously the buzz was going around about Juan Soto and stuff like that. David Ortiz had some like really good things to say about Juan Soto. It was nice to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, David Ortiz is just an absolute amazing person to listen to. You know what I mean? Guy's never done anything wrong in his life.
Nothing.
I can't wait for him to be a Yankee. It's gonna be great.
That's fucking.
I mean,
don't even speak that into existence.
Morgan, what a segue. The Yankees, they trade out Juan Soto, or they trade out Aaron Judge, bring in Juan Soto. Aaron Judge essentially said on the red carpet, I'm not coming back.
See ya. Where do you think he goes?
I mean,
And why wouldn't you? I don't know why. Why
He's-
does he want to play there? Like,
he's from the Bay Area,
San Fran.
San Fran. San Fran.
and Aaron Judge goes to the Athletics and makes them an absolute force.
Are the Athletics going to actually stay in Oakland? Is that like stadium still going through, or?
Dude, from what like the players there have to say about that stadium, like my house is in better condition. Like,
It's bad.
So, I think Judge is gonna end up on the Mets. I think the Mets mess out on Soto, and I think Judge goes across town.
do you think he's just gonna swap stadiums?
I'm gonna play in Queens instead of the Bronx.
I mean, that's a scary Mets team.
I mean, and
Texas is the place to look out for.
Texas for Soto and for Judge is something I've heard to look out for because they're willing to spend. Hey, look, a team willing to spend money.
Sort of money.
Could you imagine both of them on that team? Jesus
With
Christ.
Caesar
Texas-
and Simeon, like, oh,
And here's the thing too: Texas, no state income tax, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jonathan India, isn't he still there? No.
no, he's Reds.
Who's the rookie on the Rangers from last year?
Adolis.
Adolis, yeah. Jonathan India. I don't know why I thought that.
No state income tax, so maybe the Rays just fucking pay up for Judge and just goes down there and just keeps hitting the roof of the Trop. All right, let's move on to Juan Soto, who also won the home run derby. But let's talk about J-Rod putting on an absolute show.
Yeah, what do you have? 89 home runs or something like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Craziness.
Uh,
It's
you
weird.
got-
Like there are certain times where I think the format of the home run derby now is more exciting, but then this is an outlier where somebody just has an absolute fucking field day and they lose.
I think it sucks. And I think it puts the announcers too far behind, to be honest. You got Carl Ravitch being like, there's a line drive to the ball. Hey, there's a deep blast. Like, and there's a line drive out. That one just took out a child. And there's an absolute piss missile.
I mean,
off the
sometimes
bat.
you just got to watch the laser show. I also still, I don't know what they're
And that's
thinking.
here's the thing.
The view ESPN plays that is so fucking stupid.
And here's the thing: if you want to have me watch the laser show, put me behind fucking home plate in the catcher's view and just let me watch the ball come off the bat the entire time. I don't want to hear you speak a fucking word. I just want to hear bat on ball and just
I just hate that side by side view. It
yeah.
sucks, dude. Home run derby should be watched in full screen.
I agree.
Like, put the camera on an angle and let me just watch them leave.
Correct.
That's what I want to see.
Bring me back to the '99 Derby in Fenway with Ken Griffey Jr. It's absolute.
Especially when you're
Yeah,
playing at some of these
right.
places like last year. Like, how are you going to go to a place like in Colorado and not show how fucking nice that stadium is and just have this dumb side by side view when all these bombs are just being hit into the ground? Like,
Stupid.
craziness.
I
Crazy.
agree.
Yeah. But yeah, that sucked for Julio Rodriguez.
Any other thoughts from the Derby for you, Morgan?
The Derby's a joke now. Like, it's a boring spectacle to watch. Like, it's this new format they have where they get 4 minutes or whatever it is, and then they get the extra
bonus,
3
yeah.
seconds. Like, and Pujols got it. I don't buy that. They gave him an extra home run that shouldn't have counted.
That ball came out after
Now,
the buzzer
I
sounded.
have heard that the ESPN count is not the official count. They're just keeping up.
Wow.
Like somebody else
Again.
counting them.
Go back to the
And Morgan was making a great point right there as he cuts out. Absolutely heartbreaking. We have a sip of the beer. We recoup. He's about to go off about Schwarber past Pujols.
Okay, I was just about to bring that up. Do any of us also think that they told Schwarber to make it close
Yes.
yes.
and then he lost a little bit of momentum and couldn't make up for time and he ended up losing by
Oh,
accident?
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
I
was
think
rigged.
that's exactly what
The
happened.
whole thing was rigged. Yep.
But I love it, Morgan. All
When I
right.
was watching it, I was like, if this dude doesn't get over 15, it's a joke. Because Kyle Schwarber, how many home runs does Albert Pujols have this season? 5?
5, something like that. Yeah.
How many Schwarber have? Like 27?
29.
Fuck that dude. You tell me you can hit that many in a game and not that many when somebody's making you hit home runs? Like, get the fuck out of here. They told him make it close and give him some excitement, and then he fucking it fucked with him and he couldn't keep up.
Give the old man a chance.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Let's get to the absolute all-star game. with a Stantonian
What the
blast that leads the AL to the 9th straight victory and All-Star MVP. How pissed were you that you had to hear that?
Yeah, that sucked.
A
Did any of us call-
Stantonian blast.
Did any of us have?
Oh, sorry. Is this one?
A Stantonian blast.
That's not better. Did any of us have Stanton winning the MVP
No.
of the All-Star game?
By the way, speaking of that, the picture of the ball being hit on the bat, it's like morphed into the bat.
It's like what golf balls do. It's crazy.
It's like,
Dude, I saw a post somebody made with the close-up of that ball, and it said that ball probably has a family.
bro, he fucking crushed that
Dude,
ball.
did.
Yeah, it was like the second it hit, I don't even know if I was watching the screen at the time, but I heard it and I was like, well, that's fucking gone.
Yeah.
That's the thing when Stanton gets a hold of one, it's always a no doubter. You know it's gone as soon as it hits the bat.
Me and Matt
Nick
saw
and I
one
in person.
and it
in
was
person.
like,
Off the bat, you literally just see me and Nick's face go like this.
yeah, like we were at Fenway, obviously decked out in Red Sox shit, and Stanton hits this home run, and even I was excited about it. I was just like, fuck, that thing is
You
gone,
literally
so.
see Nick and I on the ESPN Saturday Night broadcast with our jaws dropped watching.
you can see us, we're just like, what?
like if
Sorry, we'll get all three of us doing that when Acuna launches.
bro,
it.
if
Sure
Acuna
will.
hits one like fucking 460, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I mean, I know Pete Alonso's gonna put one out while we're there,
I hope so.
easily.
All right,
I'm for like a 1-0 game.
so while we're on the All-Star game, Morgan, shout out to you. The Contreras brothers, first pair to play in an All-Star game since 03. First to start an All-Star game since 92, the year I was born. So shout out the Contreras brothers. I know Morgan loves
Wilson.
Wilson, yeah.
Wilson's on the Cubs. Williams
Yep.
on the Braves.
Yeah. So
Also, thoughts on the jerseys?
Way better than last year.
yeah, I didn't mind him. I like
it was a low bar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Hey!
the bar was just laying on the ground.
still past it.
I thought the black ones looked better than the AL. So the NL looked better.
The white ones?
Yeah, I didn't like those.
Yeah, I like the white ones.
Oh, really? I liked the dark.
I like the white and the gold.
You wanna know what I like?
I want them to go back to their team jerseys and have all the team jerseys on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, just like that highlight of Torrey Hunter, Robin Barry Bonds, and that beautiful.
All right, shut the fuck up.
I mean, should they just do like, you know how they're doing the City Connects? Like, should they just like slowly throughout a season reveal every team's all-star uniforms?
I don't mind that.
That'd be cool too.
Yeah, you know that I got it. So when they get all the City Connect jerseys out, each player wears their Team City Connect jersey to the All-Star.
Perfect.
Fucking God, dude.
I
It's
can't
gonna be
wait.
a bunch of fucking clowns, dude. It's gonna be like the background of Space Jam with all those eye party costumes.
Holy shit.
That would be horrible to look at.
I think
Nobody would know what the teams were because the colors are all
Yeah, they'd have no fucking idea.
I think every All-Star game for these two sports, MLB and the NBA, was better when the guys just wore their own jerseys.
Yep.
It just looks cooler because it looks like it's all the stars, like, not
Yeah.
just like teams.
Yeah, it's just teams. I mean, can you guys, Allen Iverson in the white jersey? I mean, come on, man. Tracy McGrady throwing off the backboard to himself. Are you kidding me? Like,
That was one of the things that sucked. Like Michael Jordan's last All-Star game, I remember watching, and they're all wearing like these dumb All-Star uniforms.
yeah.
It would've
And
been
I
so
mean,
cool.
here's the thing: the All-Star uniforms in the '90s, like those San Antonio All-Star ones, where it has like the teal, like pepper fire.
Dude, what if they should do like throwbacks for the All-Star game?
Are you telling me I'm gonna get to watch John Morant and a Grizzlies throwback just put his nutsack on somebody's forehead? I'm in.
Yeah, they should just do throwbacks, or just whatever the jersey the team chooses. Just pick your best one and put it on there.
Agreed. Okay, let's move on to not All-Star Game weekend stuff. We have Jackson Holiday, who is the son of Matt Holiday, and we have Drew Jones, who is the son of Andrew Jones, going 1-2 in the MLB draft.
Bro, that dude looks like he's in second grade.
Dude, it's
Which one?
great holiday.
Holiday.
Yeah.
They
When I
released
saw
a
the picture, I'm
of
like,
him.
he looks like he's in Little League.
Did you guys?
It's crazy. Like,
Did you guys hear the story about him when he was like 3 in the clubhouse?
when did that happen? Last week?
Oh.
Like,
Back in the day when Matt Holliday was playing,
2017.
he was 3 years old in the clubhouse, and Matt Holliday would like name off a player, and he would imitate his stance at the age of 3. He'd be like Albert Pujols.
I remember that video going viral.
I guess that
video of that.
I guess he was just hitting line drives all over the locker room. And back then, they were trying to find a loophole to put his kid in the draft at the age of 15.
That's good. All right.
Yeah,
so this is the picture I originally saw.
What the fuck?
All right.
That's the photo they used for his draft picture.
That's his draft picture, dude. If
Yeah.
I saw that,
I looked like that when I was like in 8th grade.
Right.
I have a photo next to you where I look like that.
bro, if I was on the Orioles, I'd be like, sweet. This dude's mom's bringing orange slices.
Just walking like this.
An absolute score.
But I think most of the scouts said like he's the best prospect scout wise they've
Wow.
seen in
Since like what, Bryce Harper? Like,
Yeah.
no before, like they think he's better than Bryce.
Wow. Very, very high praise.
That is high praise.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. The
Right.
game can't go past 8 because he's
Jones,
got
that
to go
kid
home.
already hits missiles.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I mean, I'm just waiting until Big Al makes the big leagues.
My name's Big Al, and I
To be
hit
honest, that
dingers.
kid's probably gonna be fucking dead by then,
Oh, yeah.
or at least be down a foot. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, we have fun here.
Big Al, first amputee baseball player. Shout out to the Oscar Pistorius episode that we will never make.
Are you kidding me with that? Are you that's serious? All right.
Oh,
So speaking of 2 documentaries that we will be talking about on the podcast eventually, we do have that Derek Jeter documentary that I believe is dropping episodes every week right now.
Episode 2 is tonight.
Episode 2 is tonight, and then I sent one to Nick. I don't know how Morgan feels about this. Bro, Netflix is making a documentary on Manti Te'o's girlfriend that doesn't exist, and I am all in for it.
Yeah, I think we should definitely.
100%.
I already watched it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
He didn't get the joke.
No, it went right over his head.
Oh man.
Manti Te'o's girlfriend leaked it like a month ago.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, we should definitely watch that one though. I want to know everything about that story. that there is to know.
How does like the nation's top defensive player get hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray?
I just don't get it.
Somebody. Dude, this man had the entire crowd wearing Lays because his grandmother and his fake girlfriend, like his grandmother actually passed away, but his fake girlfriend passed away. Unbelievable.
Crazy story.
All right.
Was his girlfriend his grandmother?
Probably.
No. All right, so 2 subjects we got left, unless you guys got anything baseball.
I've got a third, but it's not related to baseball that I didn't put on there. But
Sounds good. Is it related to the NBA?
nope.
Let's go NBA first. Morgan's quote, LeBron sounds like an idiot who hates America.
And he also said Boston was very racist.
He did say Boston was racist.
All right. Now, this is going to sound real bad coming from 3 white dudes. But I feel like the whole Boston is racist thing coming from athletes is like a played out line at this point. We've all heard it. I don't know. It just seems like then everybody jumps on the bag. Like, yeah, they are. It's like, all right, then. Are we also so surprised still? Like,
I think the outliers in Boston are louder than the outliers.
That's all it is. We're more outspoken around here.
Well,
People
not
just
me.
say it.
I'm
I'm not saying we.
I'm not at the game drop the N-word. Don't put me. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying we. Just in the Northeast.
We're just a little louder.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I really got. I mean,
it's just I don't know.
I've heard some foul shit at New England games, so I can't say anything.
But I've also heard some awful shit at not New England games.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, you go to an Eagles game, they're throwing batteries at the players. Like, come on. Like, Fan is short for fanatic. Like, you know, people care. And like LeBron said after he did say that,
People care.
like LeBron did say after that, he's like, it's whatever. Like,
It is, I mean, yeah, it is whatever. Like,
you know, he's like, I've been dealing with it my whole life. Like, kind of just like talking about it. He's like, yeah, it's just like, I like the fact that he hates Boston though. Like, he finally came out and was like, man, fuck that city.
you know what's funny too is he said he got a beer poured on him one time.
I
but
remember
I'm pretty sure he was talking about Game 6.
46. Walking out of the garden, somebody poured a beer on him because he talks about it after, and he goes,
45,
yeah.
15, and 5, and
He was like, I thought they were. Didn't he say he's like, I thought they were like rewarding me for my performance?
Yeah, in the post-game conference back then, he said I
Sure.
looked at it as a shower, like a championship shower.
Absolute king. But anyways, I want to get back to the main subject here. He's talking about Brittany Griner when he was like, if I was Brittany Griner, I don't even know if I want to come home. And it's like, all right. Again,
That's such a stupid thing to say. Like,
again, this is gonna sound bad coming from three white guys. You knew what the law was and where you were going. You knew the consequences potentially for it. You got caught. This is
broke
what
the
happened.
law.
Oh, I don't care about the Brittany Griner thing. LeBron's a fucking idiot.
I mean, it's a really stupid thing to say.
Like,
So,
that's
hold on, where
one
is
of the
she? Where is
first-
she in jail?
Russia.
Russia.
Yeah, and you'd rather stay there?
I understand the core issue here where it's like, well, the WNBA player should be paid just as like much or a living wage so they don't have to go to these countries where they can get in trouble like this. But it's like, it's a situation you're in.
Dennis Rodman went to North Korea.
That's an outlier.
That's different.
It's the situation you're in, and you know the rules going there. In the words of Liar Liar, quit breaking the law, asshole.
I mean, I believe, oh no, was I talking to your dad, or you might have just liked it or something like that. I was saying it earlier. It's like the ultimate entitled American going to a different country and thinking our laws have any fucking weight whatsoever in another country. They
Right.
don't. Like, you went there, you broke the law. Those are the rules there. You lose. Sorry.
EG's in the chat.
And she said she knew what she was doing when she did it. So she knew she was
Yeah.
breaking the law there. She didn't give a shit.
She'll be back home by Christmas. They're gonna do a prisoner exchange.
Which is ridiculous.
That's why she
She's
pled
not
guilty.
any sort of fucking prisoner.
Weird.
I got nothing.
But yeah, the whole thing, like, I wouldn't want to come home is a little fucking stupid.
I mean, if it was one of us,
Little.
if it was one of us slapdicks over there, I don't think they'd be trading for us. So
Oh, they wouldn't give a shit. But Brittany Griner is an American treasure. I don't know. That's what that girl soccer player was saying.
Megan Rapinoe.
She looks like
my father's
Anyway.
favorite athlete in sports.
all right, let's move on.
I'm a big fan of her
He might-
Subway commercials.
He might kill me for that.
I think he's gonna be on the flight down to Atlanta.
Yeah. I'm gonna pay for that one.
He's gonna be like, you know, I think the whole Homer Simpson choking Bart. That's the way Nick and I are gonna see the second Ken gets outside of the airport. It's gonna be like, Boy's gonna be like, ah. All right. NFL, Kyler Murray signed an extension today, 5 years, 150 guaranteed, 230 potentially. For
160.
somebody, 160 for somebody that has not won a playoff game.
God.
Wow.
It's just
That's
the
like-
market. That's what QBs do now. They just
So-
give lots of money.
Very
That's-
quickly, who would you rather pay long term? Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar.
Lamar, yeah.
Agreed. Okay.
I don't even think that's close.
I mean, Lamar's former MVP, you know.
He's earned a little bit of a paycheck, I'd say.
I think he's earned a paycheck. And I mean, Kyler obviously is a better thrower of the football, but he just hasn't accomplished anything. Lamar at least has a playoff win. And the offense is completely built around Lamar Jackson and his running ability. Not the way it is out in Arizona where they're like, oh, let's get you DeAndre Hopkins and AJ Green.
Well, Kyler does throw the ball well.
He does. That's the thing. I think Kyler is electric to watch. Jack was actually talking about when he was here. Jack was like, I've never seen somebody so quick in my life in person.
Yeah, he looks
Like,
fast.
so he got to watch him live, which is pretty cool. But I don't know. Kind of where I'm at. All right. We have one more subject.
Me.
Go.
So, some of you don't know. The people know. We got trying to get the Brewmasters back going again for fantasy football. Right now we got about 7, I think, ish.
Yeah, confirmed. We have these 3: your dad, your brother, Jack, TJ, B Mart is confirmed. So 8.
So I want 4 more. I want to get 12.
4
Now,
more.
if you don't know, you guys don't know about this league, but we have stats and records going back to the 90s. This is my father's league that I'm taking over. We have legitimate like stats from the 1990s all the way until I think 2016 was the last year we did it.
Something like that.
Where I beat Matt in the championship and won my
You
first. But the cool thing is we have the title. It's called the Kega Bowl because it's the Brewmasters. So if you want to hit us up, try and get in the league.
Here's the thing: you got to send us a full resume.
I was gonna say this is a very exclusive league. Applications only. You got to be serious. We want serious players. So
Yeah, you got to be checking your team every week. I believe it's a 2-quarterback league, if I remember correctly.
So
We're doing 2 quarterbacks. I'm not doing the league. It's not 2 quarterbacks.
yeah, no, that's why I'm gonna do it on CBS, and it's gonna be a pay league. But I want to get at least 12 in there.
Sounds good.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's worth the $50 to get to be a part of this. We'll talk. I'm sure we're gonna have weekly wrap ups on it all the fucking time. There's a lot of shit talking that does go on the board.
A lot in the Brewmasters history archive.
I do know that we do have like certain rules where it's like if a guy catches a pass for a first down, it's actually an extra point. So we're like,
oh yeah, the stats are crazy in this league.
Mm-hmm. So
and it's you play 2 games a week too. I'll set that up.
So right. So if you get shellacked in one game, you can still go 500 on the week, or you can go undefeated on the week and you get to drag your dick across the entire league, which is always fun to do too.
That is very much.
So get at us. Get at Morgan. He is the commissioner. I am the assistant to the commissioner. All applications come through me. I'm just kidding. No, send them to Morgan.
It's a very hard screening process, but yeah,
Very hard.
we need at least 4 more.
First question is: do you like Bud Light or Miller Lite? There's only one correct answer.
It's Coors Light. Trick question. You failed.
It's Miller. It's Miller Lite in the Sawyer household.
Yeah. But
I was gonna say.
anyways, that's all I had.
That's awesome. I love it. We're getting close. Draft will be Labor Day weekend, like it is every fucking year.
Somewhere either late August or Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, it's Labor Day weekend. That's what it's been every year since I got to the league.
We'll make it so the training camps are all done and we know injuries.
Right. It'll be all virtual, obviously, since we're all across the country.
Yeah.
Goal is here. Maybe year or 2 down the line, you keep plugging this podcast to friends. Maybe we'll do a live episode of all of us drafting somewhere all together, and you can just be complete degenerates together. It'd be fun.
That's what we used to do. We used to have, so if you get to do it through CBS, you get the big board, and it literally sends you stickers of every player in the league, and you literally can take the sticker and put it up on the board.
When I was 10 years old, I was sticker bitch. I was the one putting the stickers up on the board with Morgan.
Yeah,
it was great.
Because they wouldn't let me in the league yet. I was pissed. I didn't get it until I was like 13 or 14.
Had to be a man, Morgan. All right, Nick, what is your latest Jesus Christ. What's your latest Mount Rushmore before we get out of here?
We did a baseball. We did a whole episode on baseball. We did a baseball one last time, so we're gonna jump sports.
Okay.
And we're gonna do the Mount Rushmore. Let's go Lakers.
Oh, God, because I was opting out of Celtics.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do the Celtics. So, what do you got?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not going first. Make Morgan go first.
Morgan, who do you got? Kobe 24, Kobe 8.
I mean it's definitely Kobe, Kareem, and Magic, and then the 4th. I don't know.
I gotta go Jerry West. Like, come on, man.
Everybody goes Jerry West. I don't know.
Oh, Morgan wants to be different now. Oh, Action Jackson can't cry. Morgan goes, Pau Gasol.
No, it's not Pow.
Dwight Howard.
All right, and I'm out.
Lamar Odom, who was fucking crack.
Oh my God. I'll go Elgin Baylor.
Okay, I like that pick. That's great. Nick, you go ahead. I want to go last for this one.
I'm gonna do Kareem,
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Say.
And I'll put Shaq on mine.
Let's warm this up.
You know, I almost just to spite Morgan wasn't gonna put Kobe.
I'll go
It's not an option.
Magic, Kareem, Shaq, LeBron. That's today's episode. I'm just kidding. You laughed. All right, guys, that is it for the SOS podcast today. My Mount Rushmore obviously has Kobe Bryant, not LeBron James. That was a good bit there. Didn't even play in that at the end. Thank you guys for checking us out. Make sure you guys like the video. You guys are subscribed on the YouTube. You already missed it. I took it back, Morgan. I said it was Kobe, not LeBron. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the podcast. We're going to be actually all together here literally a month from today. We're going to be all together down in Atlanta. We're going to be hitting a couple of Braves games. We're going to be going to the world of Coca-Cola down there. We'll be keeping you guys updated via social media. So make sure you guys check us out. Make sure you guys follow us on all of our socials. Thank you so much for checking out this episode. We will be back on schedule Sunday. Don't know what the episode is going to be yet, but we hope you guys enjoy it. And thank you guys so much.